Alrighty folks, part 2. I'm going to start by tearing all this crap apart. I'm going to get the fuel tank out, that's my first thing. Get rid of any fuel because I don't want to be plasma cutting around any fuel. Terrible idea. And then we're going to strip out as much as we can. So, back seat, all the rear suspension, everything needs to come out. I am going to pull the engine and box out because I've already got a good offer on that. And then because the brakes are fried anyway. We're going to try and push the pistons back in the brakes so we can wheel it around. And yeah, we'll get into that. I'm not going to film much because it's pretty boring stuff, and I'll come back to you when something interesting happens. Oh, I've got to do some more stuff on this as well. Some more tearing this apart. I've got a whole day, but it's going to be all bullshit. I'm not going to film much of it. I'm going to get some brake lines out of here which I might use. Some more parts of the wiring harness to the dash cluster, fuel pump. Get the fuel pump out, get the fuel out, and these little subframe mounts, I might do something with those. So I have to make up a new structure in the die hat for the subframe bolts to, but I might at the very least just chop that section out and weld it to the box frame that I'm putting in so that I can reuse these. So I might chop those out too. So yeah, lots to do. Alright, so typically opened a can of worms and now we have no brakes whatsoever. I pulled them all right off, so at least I can move the car around. But yeah, I'm probably going to have to do something with these. See, part of the problem here, this dust shield seems to have got sucked back into the piston. It's actually stuck in between the piston and the brake housing. So yeah, I'll rip that out. This one I'm lubing up, I should be able to push back in, but yeah, we're just, yeah, how far do you go, you know? Like now I'm also thinking I'll just drop the subframe and engine and everything. Maybe I'll do some repairs to the subframe. I wanted to get this done and dusted nice and quick, just so I could drive it at the very least and do all this shit later on. But I don't know. I'll definitely have to do something about the brakes. We want some brakes. We want some front brakes for burnouts and things like that, and stopping. Important things, you know. So yeah. See what? I don't know. Let me know what you think. So take a little bit longer and do it properly, or just get the fucking video out. You just want to see it, eh? Oh, I don't fucking know. Or is that rubber boot supposed to be in there? It came out quite easily. Got a little lip on it. Makes me wonder if it was supposed to be there. I managed to push that one in nice and easy. This was the one with the rubber boot. It was really stuck, the worst one. I can't even push that in the vise at the moment, so a little bit of WD-40 to help. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if you know if that rubber bit is supposed to be in there. And maybe this is just fucked and needs a rebuild anyway. That time again, subframe out. There we go. Little baby's out, already sold. I don't know what we're left with there. Here's a size comparison for you. Big behemoth. Tiny little baby. Big behemoth. Tiny little baby. Alright, well, I've obviously committed to fixing up the subframe now. So, I need to get that engine off of there. And everything else out that I need, or selling, and yeah. Look at this, we've got plenty of room in here for activities now. So much room for activities. It's 3 o'clock, I think that's enough work for me. I've also dislocated my shoulder twice today. Don't get old, kids. Once was just getting out of bed this morning, the other time was doing something under the dash in an awkward position that popped out. Luckily I'm getting quite good at putting it back in. So everything external to the car has been stripped, engine and all the other parts I can sell. I still have to do the inside stuff. I didn't even touch the camera yet. So like I said, time consuming. But I didn't video it all for you guys, and even time-lapse and stuff would have been boring as fuck. So this is just a little update for today, where we're at. Hopefully I'll get some more time in the weekend and do a little bit more, and we'll get there. Cheers, bye. Really, I should have done this before I started working on the car, but it's riddled with spiders, and I'm going to gas it and gap it. Sizable little bugger. He doesn't look too happy now that I sprayed him. Can I ask you a question?
No, you're being silly about it.
No, I'm not. What do you think will happen if I put this engine in that car?
What? I don't even know what the fuck you're asking me, man.
I'm gonna put that engine in the back of that car.
Well, that will be really fun for you, and I'm not helping.
No, you're not helping. Do you think I can make it do a wheelie?
Of course. You can do anything, because you're so super smart. So
the other thing I got into was stripping down the Daihatsu subframe. So I do something with this, and it is way worse than I thought. Once you start getting everything off, it's very, very holy and rusty. There's rust rattling around in there still. All of this stuff fell out just from me taking it apart. I don't think some of those bolts are going to go back in for the sway bars and things. I don't really need the sway bars though, luckily. Yeah, there's a steering rack goes on those ones, so that's fine. I need a steering rack. I think I might go without springs and just have a solid front. I think that'll be better for wheelies anyway. Helping get the wheels up, because there'll be no sag. The downside being when it comes back down, there's going to be no cush. But whatever, we'll figure something out. I guess I'm just going to start by blasting this and just seeing what we can do. I don't think I need those holes where those are anyway. So those are where the control arms go. Those are very important. They look alright. Maybe I can reinforce some things with some scrap steel. And yeah, I got a little plan to sandblast that. We'll see how we go. I've still got some shit to strip off this as well, obviously. Again, I don't think we'll be running suspension on the back, and that's probably just going to be in the way anyway. So I'm probably going to make something just to bring the shock, or what would have been the shock, in a bit further, because that'll keep it in the wheel arch, and then I'll just solid mount to a frame rail. And that's my idea anyway. Steering rack. I was thinking I would just put a solid bar through there, but keep the adjustments on the rack ends, so I can still do some toe in and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It might not need it. Once I make everything solid, I can probably just leave the rack there, and it won't make any difference. Sway bar's probably going to come off. I won't need that if I've got no suspension. Power steering pump, air conditioning can all go. Yep. So we've got a few things to get into. Woohoo! I have lights again. Oh, ignore that powder coat stuff. You're not supposed to see that. But if you follow my Instagram and Facebook, you probably already know. Shit, boys, look, it already wants to do wheelie. Whoa! Well, so I gutted everything, pretty much. Everything. And I have it on this trolley, which this Camry subframe was on before, because there's more I'm going to do. It's just never ending, but it's just so disgusting. I want to wheel it out of here, water blast the hell out of it, and probably even give it a sand and a lick of paint. I have some decals and vinyl and stuff coming for it to dress it up later on, but I want a base coat that's not white. So yeah, we're going to give a bit of a tidy up. We're going to add a little bit more time to the project, make sure it's done right, and I'll try not to bore you with it. Alright, I'm not too sure how much of all that you could see and all the crap coming out of it. I'm not sure how much of it was dirt and how much of it was rust, but definitely lighter now, definitely cleaner. Also vacated a few additional spiders that didn't seem to die from my spray bomb. Yeah, and it'd be a lot nicer to work on now. It's not full of filth. It's, you know, got rid of all the mold, the grease, all the disgustingness. So I'm not going to go and paint it like I said before. Not yet anyway. We'll get back into the work. I can quite easily bring it out and paint it again another time. Yeah, but a lot nicer. I didn't do any before and afters pictures, but you can probably remember from the previous little clips, or go back and have a look if you want to check it out. But this is a lot nicer to work on. Whoops, there's that powder coat stuff again. I keep doing that. Such a tease.